Hello, my fellow nephews and nieces of the Myers family. This message is for anyone related to Rudolph and CORA ANN Myers. I'm here today to talk to you about your grandmother, CORA ANN Myers. Your grandmother that loves you, that knows all your kids' names, who at times has let several of you live with her for several years, sometimes even rent-free because she loves you, knowing it's a struggle out there. And this is what I'm here to talk to you about today. I talk to my mom every day on a daily basis. And there's only a few of you that call your grandmother. I'm not going to give names. I'm not going to sit back and point the finger. The ones that this message is going to, you know who you are. You can sit back in your heart and say, that's me. I know who he is talking about. And I need to change my ways. And these are the things that you need to wake up and open your eyes to. You have a loving grandmother who loves all of you, has taken the time to know each and every one of your kids' names. She cares. She's 81 years old, has all of her faculties, sharp as ever. But yet, these same grandkids that are on Twitter, that are on Facebook every day, because I see I'm on Facebook. I see you there on Facebook. Oh, I woke up, I made me a French toast this morning, or I'm going to go listen to an MP3, or what are you doing today? Those same precious minutes that you use to put down those few sentences on Facebook can be used at one day out of a week to call your grandmother and say, hi Grandbob, how you doing? I love you. I know I don't get up there to see you. You know, it's a shame that my mom is 81 years old and there's only a handful of grandkids that call her. Ones that my mom has reached out and helped in time of need and when you had financial problems or struggles. My mom has been there as best possible to her financial situation to help you. You know, there's no need for her to sit back and wonder why doesn't her grandkids call her today. It is wrong, it's not ethical, and it needs to be resolved. You should wake up every day and thank God that you have a loving grandmother that's still here today. Our grandfather has passed, but you know, the love still goes on. And that's another issue that needs to be talked about this family, that the love for this family has changed since Grandpa's passed, since my father has passed. But we need to get back to the basic fundamentals of loving each other. Stop talking behind each other's backs. Stop lying about each other. And the ones that knows they lie and say things behind each other's back, you know who you are. All you do is examine your heart. Your heart does not lie to you. Your words come out your mouth and you can lie to others, but your heart doesn't lie to you. You know right from wrong. You know what you have done and what you have not done. So let's get back to the basic love of this family. I gave a speech at Grandpa's funeral, and I meant what I said by that. Let's carry on his dreams, his ways of he spread love throughout this family and instilled it in us. This is what we need to get back to. Those days of the grandpa when he was alive and we loved each other. You have a loving grandmother that's alive. Take the time to call her. It takes, what, a minute or two just to say, hi, hello, Grandbobby, how you doing? I love you. She's not going to get you into no long, carried-out conversation, and I know that's probably what a lot of you are afraid of. You know, I don't know what to say to Grandbobby. What do I call and say? You just call and say hi and hello, and I love you. And if a conversation carries on after that, then that's a good thing. If it doesn't, it's still a good thing because you thought about calling your grandmother to say hi and hello. It's wrong and it's not right. I would hate to sit back and see my mom pass. Pray to God that she doesn't. She lives a nice long life. But if she did, you same grandkids would be the very ones that get up here on this podium and you'd get up here with tears in your eyes and cry and say, I miss Grandbobby. And you know something, when you say that, I'd probably be the one that I'd stand and say, how could you miss Grandbobby? You never called her. How can you miss someone that you really don't know? You didn't take the time to get to know when you can. She's a phone call away. She's a ride away. Because she doesn't live that far. She still stays in Michigan. I wish my grandparents lived in Michigan when I was growing up. They didn't. But yours does. And she deserves much more respect than not calling her, not saying hi and hello. It's sad. There's people living right there in the same complex with her who won't even go down and visit her and say hi, hello, how you doing, Grandbobby, I love you. It's a sad day. It's a sad thing that I have to sit here today and sit here and say, wake up out there. You have a grandmother that loves you. Very much so. And we need to get back to calling our grandmother. Just call. It's a phone call. That's all. If anything. You know, when I was young, I remember when our granny would come up here, I would be so overwhelmed and enjoyed to be with her, to see my grandmother. And you know, times has changed. I know they're different. Kids don't seem to think about the elderly when they get old now. When, you know, they get in their 80s and what's wrong? Oh, she's grandmother. She's over there. She's set in her ways. But no, she still thinks about having company, seeing her grandkids, seeing her great-grandkids. She has great-grandkids alive here today that she has not seen. It is not fair to her to have her own physical great-grandkids here, and you don't get the time to come let them visit her grandmother. You know who you are out there with kids. Take a day out. Take a weekend out once a month, every 2 months. Take your kids over there to see your grandmother. Let them see their great-grandmother. It's very important. It's a part of the family way and the family's values of love. This family's got to get back to loving each other. We have lost our way of loving the way we used to love when Grandpa was alive. And we need to get back to that. We need to get back to it. We need to get back to it in a hurry. Because the love is totally fading away in this family. There's a few of us that are still here, still loving each other, but there are a few that are trickling away and fading away. You know, there's some that's done cause problems in the family and they just like say the hell with it, you know. But you know, it's all about being honest within yourself. It's just all about being honest. All my nephews and nieces know me. They know me as one of their favorite uncles. I party with them. We have a good time. But one thing about me, they know I don't bullshit them. I don't lie to them. I never have, and I never will. Because it's something that you must let your nieces know about you as an individual, that you have a love and you care. And you have an uncle that's honest with you, who will not candy coat and bullshit you. And that's the uncle that's standing here today speaking to you, that loves you and cares about you. And all you nephews and nieces know the ones out there that I love and I care about. You've been right here in the Purple Pit on many occasions and party with me. So you know who you are. And the ones that are having a problem with me, you need to just examine your heart. Examine deep in your heart and ask yourself, am I really bullshitting myself, thinking that whatever it is that I have a problem with my uncle? No. I need to go and come forth and be forthright to be straight and say, I'm sorry. Whoever you are, wherever which ones you are, you have any problems. Same thing with anybody in this family. We need to get back to loving the way we used to love when Grandpa was alive. It's sad to say this, but it's changed since Grandpa's passed. And we need to get back to that. We need to get back to the love that was instilled in this family by my father, and the love that that he wouldn't let us do no other way, except words of hatred. I hate you was never part of my father's language, and he wouldn't allow us to say that to each other, ever, never. So I'm here today just to say, let's get back on track. You have a living grandmother who's 81 years old, and she loves every one of you. I talk to her on a daily basis, and all I ever hear, I don't hear from any of my grandkids. I don't hear from the ones that even lived with me that I took care of, that me and Grandpa took care of. I don't hear from them. I don't hear from the ones that I've helped out financially, or I don't hear from them. She just wants to hear from you. She wants to know that you care. She cares. Show her that you care. Give her a call. Say, hi, Grandbobby, how you doing? I love you. You know, I'm going to come over there one day and bring my kids over there so they can see their great-grandmother. This is what we need to get back to, the fundamentals of love in this family, and we need to start right now. Because if not, we're heading down a sad and sorry road. And I'm here to tell you right now, because as the historian of this family, as the one who really oversees what's going on in this family now since my father's passed, I see everything that goes on. In a way, I have kind of taken over my father's shoes and filled his shoes. We try to keep this family together as a unit, as love, a loving unit. But still today, we don't see as much as each other. And I understand people you become grown and you got your own little things going in your life and you want to break away and do this and that, but you still have to stop and say, wow, I haven't seen my family in a while. Let me go and visit. Let me make a call. You know, let's see what's going on. So I'm here to say today, to all my nephews and nieces out there, anyone related in the Myers family who thinks they have any issues, call me. You know my number. Everyone knows it. It's right there. Give me a call. Let's get this family back together. Let's get it back to loving each other. There's nothing like family, and family is a very important thing to me. It's been important to me since we were little, when we were little kids. I've always been very close to my brothers, all of them. And my nephews and nieces, I'm very close to still a lot of them, because it's not going to change. I don't lie to them and they don't lie to me. We have a very good, close, open book relationship that we trust each other. And these are the fundamentals we need to get back to. Loving, caring, respect. And when it comes down to respect, I mean respect, you don't badmouth your aunts and your uncles. You just don't do it. My father raised us not to do it, and I don't expect my nieces and nephews to do it to me. And that's just the law of the land in the Myers family. My Uncle Paulie could come and say something about me. There's no way I would still come back with some slander on him. I would let him say what he's going to say to me and move on about my business. Because, you know, that's just the respect that our father instilled in us. And we thought we raised that same respect and instilled it in our kids today. But some of us let it slide and slip away. But they need to get back and open their eyes and say, you know something, I got to get that respect back. Because respect isn't just given, it is earned. And it's earned, I've earned it. I don't expect my nephews and nieces just to give it to me. No, I've earned it. I love my nephews and nieces, and I love hanging out with them sometimes and having a good time. We party here many days, many Fridays and many weekends. And I miss those days. I've gotten a little older, and I don't party the way I used to. But every once in a while, I like to throw a good one. Get down there and have some fun. So, let's get back to love in this family. L-O-V-E, love. That's all we need. All we need is love. Love is all you need. Along with honesty and trust and truth. That's all we need. Call your grandmother. That's the most important thing in this message right now today. Call your grandmother. She loves you. She misses you. And only a handful of you are calling her. And the ones that are calling her, I commend you. I commend you over and over again that you are making my mom's heart very loved and have a warm felt heart because she knows that you care, because you take the time to call. So keep up the good work. And the ones that don't call, join the crew with the ones that do. She loves you. Just call her. That's all I'm asking. You know, your grandmother loves you. She loves all of you. And she's the last of this family. She's the third person in this family to reach 80s. No one in our family has reached it into the 80s. Most of our uncles and our dad and everything, they all died in their 70s. My mom is 81 years old. And that's a great achievement in this family, just to reach that milestone in life. Like I said, call your grandmother, visit your grandmother, show her that you love her, because she definitely loves you. Because I talk to her almost every day. And I know for a fact that your grandmother loves you. So on this note, I'm going to say goodbye to all my fellow nephews and nieces. And I hope that this message opened your eyes and opened your heart. Opened your heart. Because all it takes is examining of your heart to know when a person is wrong and when a person is right. You can sit back and say 1,000 things, 1,000 lies that come out your mouth, and your heart knows you're lying. But when you speak the truth, the heart knows you're speaking the truth, and then you know you're speaking the truth. So, I love all my nephews and nieces. Let's get back to where we used to love each other and have fun. That's all it takes. And good night. May God bless.